What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KTA and Cookie DAO today. We're going to talk about both of these cryptos in one video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? KTA will be first, and then Cookie DAO will come afterwards because KTA has the higher market cap. So, market cap before beauty, as they say. 25 cents is the price now. It is the 18th of December, and we have roughly 6 hours left in the day. Moved up a little bit of movement today, but I'm not impressed, right? What we have here is like a double top with a flat base, which typically does not bode well for the price. We're going to look at the short-term stuff and see what happens. We are anticipating, we have anticipated since this day up here that we would pull back. I think what was it, below 27 cents, or was it below 24 cents? So we have filled the gaps that we left down here, but again, these gaps coming in clutch, just telling us, well ahead of time up here that obviously we're going to pull back, right? If you've blindly trusted the gaps as far as filling goes, you have not FOMO'd at any of these highs because we've had gaps all along the way, and that's why I think we keep pulling back. We can leave gaps behind, it happens, but let me just see here on a 1 hour time frame. Where was it? Right here? Here's the gap. Right there at 22 cents, is that the gap? I think so. It doesn't look like a gap, right? But if you see here, oh, no, maybe not. Oh, we're on crypto. It's not on Coinbase. We need it on Coinbase. That's why. I'm sorry. Here we go. There's a gap right there. There's the gap right there, yes. And we technically actually still have not filled those gaps, so we probably do go lower. Yes, we probably do. We filled one of the gaps, but not both the gaps. This does look like a bull trap, right? You know it's a bull trap because as soon as you got higher highs, you rejected. You bearishly engulfed. Absolutely, it's a bull trap. And if we happen to come back up, it's still a trap. We're still going to go lower. It's unfortunate. You built some volume, but you didn't go anywhere. It's like right as soon as you broke out, there was no follow through. That definitely signals to me that we're going to go lower, likely below these lows. And if we go below those lows, I mean, there's a solid chance that we do go back below 20 cents even. Looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, we look at these indicators here. The RSI, it's bullishly postured now, and relatively speaking, you have had a movement up that's nice. The stochastics are kind of bearishly postured. The MACD is bearishly postured overall. You got the cross, but I'm not holding out hope for this. You're moving sideways. You're kind of boring and lackluster. The MACD is less reliable. I don't care that you've crossed above the zero. You're probably going to come back down. Stochastics imply that, and then the RSI, it's right on the verge of breaking out of this uptrend. Maybe you come up again. You get some bearish divergence. You get that lower high in the RSI, a higher high in the price. Maybe you do that, but I would assume we come back down at some point here pretty soon. We might be in the process of coming down right now. I want to look at the high to low here. High to low here. Yeah, if we were to go higher, maybe we go up to the 382. We consolidate right there, and then we come back down. Get that bearish divergence. What's KTA look like? What does this look like just on the crypto chart, high to low? There, we're even further away from the 382. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath over prices that get above there. I very much do believe we will see lower prices pretty soon. If not today, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next day, right? Very, very soon, though. Everything looks ready to go lower, in my opinion. 4 hour time frame here, yes. Talking about that, rejecting the 60 on the RSI, rejecting the overbought on the stochastics. You did have some bullish divergence on the MACD, which gave you that move, but this might just be a false cross up, and then we come back down. That's what it's looking like, honestly. I'm not bullish here. Definitely not. Definitely not. We look at the daily time frame. Higher lows. This is the one thing that could actually contest the bearish idea. I might be wrong. This video might age terribly. That's a good look. That's actually a good look. Let's look at KTA. We don't need Coinbase anymore. I want to look at the crypto chart. I mean, it's not bad, man. The one bad thing is we are finding resistance here where we found resistance really over the past few months. I like that, though. We're bouncing right off the 42. If today closes green, we have 5 hours, 44 minutes left. We're only up 4.7%. If today closes green, that could be a promising look. And your stochastics look like they're ready to go too. And your MACD, man, looks like it's ready to go too. Oh, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. And here's the deal. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but from a low to a high, on this fib retracement. If we go lower, likely we don't hold support here at the golden ratio zone. Likely we do go below these lows. We would likely from here, should we go lower, see a 20.5 cent to a 19.1 cent price. Something in this range, and then we recover. And if we do that, what we'll have is an overall kind of like M-shaped pattern that sets us up to go higher. Really, it's a W with an M in it, and these are some of the most bullish patterns to begin with. So we'd be just, as we go lower, as kind of counterintuitive as it is, we'd only get more and more bullish. All these daily indicators here, all these implications, everything on the 1 hour has me bearish. A good bit of the 4 hour has me bearish, but there's some bullish prospects. The daily looks ready to go, man. The daily looks good. The daily contests everything that's bearish on the shorter term time frames completely, because the daily compared to the 1 hour to the 4 hour time frame is way more significant. So I might be wrong. And I'm remembering now, yesterday or the day before I talked about KTA, we were talking about this, how we're right at this bouncing point. We were talking about the RSI too. I remember now how bullish this is. I'm scratching my head here, man. I don't know. We're kind of up in the air with it. Don't be discouraged if we go up, if we go down, but if we do go up, I would get encouraged, man. If we start taking out prices, if we get back above like 27 cents, let's say even like 30 cents, we start getting back above there, we might be seeing something fierce that takes us up to 60 cents or more. We do have a nice soft curve here. We look like we're ready to rally. It's going to happen at some point here, but we can go lower, and that still happens. Okay. All right, let's talk about Cookie DAO. Interesting chart. KTA, I genuinely don't feel confident about the bearish call. I was very confident at first. I don't feel confident about it now. I'm sticking with it. I'm going to stick with the bearish call. I could be wrong though. The daily time frame looks good right here. But you're one bad day away from all those good things just kind of dissolving. So you kind of are at a critical moment there. And when I say they dissolve, that doesn't mean we go to zero. It just means we reset and we try again later, which might mean in a week or 2 or 3, whatever, you know. Cookie DAO. Wait, hold on. I want to go back to KTA. I want to look at the 3-day. Because yeah, man. Any day now. We're due for some fierce upside here pretty soon. We can go below 20 cents and still look good. Okay, Cookie DAO. Let's see. Cookie. Shout out to all the homies requesting Cookie. I see your requests, man. I see them. 004. We just haven't talked about Cookie because really, I mean, it's just been very disappointing. It hasn't been exciting. We're doing something different now than we have in a little while, so let's talk about it, right? We are Cookie USD. Don't we have? We don't have an all-time history. We'll use Bybit. We are making strides lower. We're not really getting too much volume, but some volume did come in yesterday, a little bit above average. We are picking up volume as we're going lower, so that promotes the idea that we do go lower. We're at 4 cents, psychological area for support perhaps, low to high. Yeah, we're probably going to go to the golden ratio, down here at about 3.8 cents. We find support there, we should move up higher. Right? Kind of looks like a bear flag here, and if it is a bear flag, you should see a more or less symmetrical look with this drop here. And let's draw that appropriately. Low to high or high to low here. You know, you put it at the top of the bear flag. That should take you down to right about 3.3 cents. Low to high here. That's right at the 1886200 level. Maybe you do. Maybe you go all the way down there. I would say then, in that context, maybe 2.8 cents at the lowest, 3.8 cents at the highest. At least 3.8 cents, at most 2.8 cents. Does that make sense? Somewhere in this range, though, is likely where we go for support. If this bear flag is to work out the way that it looks like it should, then we'll probably work our way down here, but time will tell. Looking at the short-term stuff, the 1 hour time frame to see if I've missed anything. The 1 hour here, you are building a little bit of volume as you're moving down. You have bullish divergence for now. You're not even up 1%, so that bullish divergence can go away. I don't think it's bullish divergence. I take it back. I'm not going to say that. I don't think it is. Stochastics look weird but bad. MACD looks sad as well. Bearish. 4 hour time frame here. Bearish. Absolutely bearish. Bearish on all accounts. Yeah. Daily time frame. Very bearish on the stochastics. The RSI is sad. I mean, you haven't been, you guys, we really, that doesn't count. We haven't been overbought in a long time. The daily RSI hasn't been overbought since May. It's ridiculous. Since the glory days, we've just been in this slow bleed all the way down, man. It's crazy. Man. What about the low to high? Low here to the high there. We pierce through the 786. I mean, yeah, the 886 could be where we go. That's 3 cents. And that's between our 2.8 and 3.8 cent area. That could be where we go. Cookie DAO, guys. Imagine we were looking at it like this. Hold on. I'm trying to get it going here. We'll see. It's just taking a second to load. I don't know why. There we go. If we were looking at it like this, and if instead of red candles, these were green candles, if it'll let me load. You know, this I'd be done with it already if it wasn't so slow. Let's just see. Come on. Come, Cookie DAO. Well, I'm not going to do it then. I wanted the visual representation to be a little bit better by making these candles green and making those ones red, but whatever. If we were in a parabolic move up is all I'm trying to offer. If we're in a parabolic move up, the thing about parabolic moves is as they continue, they get more and more extreme. But once they break, the drop it's like this, right? This is where you get your cup with handles. Typically, it's like a sudden shift like that, right? I would expect that while, yes, we are coming up, we're coming up to points that we can depend on for support. We can depend, or resistance technically, and likely from there we would see some type of recovery, much like this, but maybe even faster. So what I'm saying there, what I'm trying to say here is that while it is scary, it's got this parabolic look, and that typically implies a V-shaped recovery. So in other words, however long it's taken to move down here, whenever we move up, it will not take nearly as long. It'll be less than half the time. Since May, we've been dropping. That's 7 months. We've been dropping for 7 months. To return to these highs, if we were to start bouncing here, it would take less than 3.5 months. That's my prediction, right? It would take a lot less time. But from here, we've got a lot to go. We've got a lot of work to do. If we're assuming that we'd come all the way back up here in 3.5 months or less, you know, that could be the end of March, right? Yeah, 3.5 months would basically put us at the end of March, beginning of April. It might be Q2 before Cookie DAO is above 34 cents again, you guys. It might be Q2 that we actually take out new all-time highs, not Q1. But soon enough, right? 2026 is shaping up to be a good year, I think. A lot of people think that it's shaping up to be a bad year, and maybe, but with all the fundamental things at play, it's hard for me to be bearish. With the price action, it's easy to be bearish, but with everything else that's going on in crypto and just on the macroeconomic scale, geopolitical scale, it's really hard for me to be bearish. But we'll see. Time will tell. Things can happen. We could definitely keep dropping. We might be in a bear market. I doubt that we are, though. I would say, like, in my head, I'm thinking we're like 95% not in a bear market, 95% in a bull market, but whatever that's worth. I think Cookie DAO, regardless, is still a very interesting prospect. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of token unlocks that happen this month as well. So there might be some selling pressure from that. Those tokens get unlocked, and then we'll pump. That's my thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I do anticipate that Cookie DAO will see new all-time highs inevitably. If we were to go, if this was the low and we were to move up from here, the minimum target would be about a $2 price, potentially to a $5.60 price. I would assume that we achieve these levels here sometime in Q2 or Q3 of next year. And then it could be Q3 or Q4 before we get up to this $12 area or higher. And again, the timing could be off with this. I mean, it doesn't take long. Cookie DAO's made a move like this before. If we were, let's say, to even find a low down at a 0.003 or a little bit lower than that, right? If we were to go down to 0.002 and we were to find that low in the second week of January, it would be the first week of March that we're at new all-time highs if we moved in the same fashion. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cookie DAO did. But just taking out the idea of this erratic, crazy, all-season type behavior, these kind of crazy monkey pumps here, taking that out of context, it could be late Q2 before we're in here. It could be Q3 before we're at higher levels than that, right? But it all depends. Things can change rapidly, right? Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye.